Hey there, how you guys doing? So something I wanted to do in this video is sort of share, at least in broad strokes, an opportunity that's in front of me and, sort of the challenges that come with that, and really just sort of highlight that, real estate investing, being an entrepreneur, whatever you want to call this, is constantly going to test you and your character. And I just wanted to lay this out there for you, sort of, show you a little bit of who I am, and then more importantly, allow each of you to sort of ask, sort of who you are in that kind of situation. And again, so this story sort of starts with, an opportunity to make, I don't know if it's significant money or some money to some of you, but it's 20, 30, $40,000, right? So there's an opportunity that I already own, that's already gone through the repair cycle, right? Make ready, all of that remodel. Moved the tenant in, actually exceeded the rent that I was, or the lease, or whatever you want to call it, that I expected by about $50, if memory serves. Because again, I communicate openly with everyone, especially my buyers, and I told them, hey, I think I said 1,200. I think we got 1,250 or something like that. That's not the point. The point is as soon as we did that, we opened escrow, and it's a natural sale at that point, right? Go to escrow, get an appraisal, inspections, all of that. However, it turns out, unbeknownst to us, that the tenant has added a dog to the residence, and it's a house. It's got a backyard, all that stuff. So probably not unusual. But what is unusual is the size of the dog. It's bigger than we allow in the contract. Actually, also he signed that there's no pets, right, on the lease, and now the tenant's claiming it's a support animal, which brings into account all kinds of things. And so there's a couple of things, right? So I have a signed lease from a guy, paying nice rent, great references, all that. I have a tenant ready, or a landlord investor ready to buy the property, and the tenant's claiming it's a support animal. So a couple of things you could do, right? If you're an investor looking to cash I don't know, let's call it a 40K check, and all you got to do is close your eyes, right, and say, hey, it's a support animal, nothing I can do. They're allowed. Tell the buyer that if they ask, and just keep saying support animal, and hope nobody checks, right? I mean, you could do that. That's not what I did. It's not what I would ever do. So what we've done is we have delayed escrow, and I've told the buyer that there's every chance I may cancel the escrow, and this is why. So because the tenant's claiming it's a support animal, and we don't know one way or the other, we are going through the process of verification. And that's a lengthy process, right? Including visits with vets, tests of the animal, meaning, is it friendly, all that stuff. Because support animals, if it is a support animal, there's nothing I can do, right? It's I don't know, California or national or whatever, some kind of law. So if it comes back that, and we got the documentation, and all's good, then we'll get out of the way. But I'm not convinced it is, right? Even if I was 1% thinking it wasn't true, I would delay things, because it's not right. Right? If you've been following this channel a little bit, one thing I'm trying to do for my buyers is I'm trying to give them a conservatively financed asset, fully leased at market, fully remodeled, that this last part is important, that's easy to manage, kind of runs on autopilot. People that buy my stuff have no time, and the last thing I want to do is give them a house that has an unapproved dog, so that they have to deal with it, right? They're relatively new landlords. What are they going to do, right? So, they're going to be left with tough choices, and, all of those things that's just not the right thing to do. So, I've stepped in front of this escrow. We've told the bank or the lender that we're delayed until January 10th, which was roughly a month, because we have some work to do. I think in the next 2 weeks, I hope to know by Christmas if it is a support animal or not, frankly. If it is, nothing we can do, right? It's approved, it's got the paperwork, all's good. We'll go back and open escrow and close in early January. If it's not a support animal, this tenant will be asked to leave, um, and either leave through their own doing because they want to keep the animal, or I'll evict them, right, or give them a notice or whatever. So, and if we go that route, either we'll delay escrow further, or I'll cancel escrow, again communicating with the buyer that I'm sorry, I'm going to vacate this property. Then I'm going to have to do some kind of make ready. Who knows? I'm guessing, at least based on our visits so far, it's not much, right? The house is completely new, but you never know, right? You evict somebody, they could get angry and do stupid things. So I'll have a repair thing after, and then we'll release the property. So there's a good chance that I will significantly delay the profit. There's a significant chance that my profit will go down because I have additional legal or repair costs, and that's just the way it is, at least in my model. I couldn't look myself in the mirror and feel good about the profit when I guess it's not really lying to your buyers, but it's at least misrepresenting, and that's just not okay in my book. So that's what I do. And again, I know there's some sellers or turnkey providers out there that would not think twice about just closing their eyes and signing the deal and cashing the check. I see them out there. I see some of the stories, and that's never going to happen. I guess part of that's because I don't have any overhead. I don't have other salaries to pay, and frankly, I look at the people buying my stuff as not just investors, but joining part of the family or this movement that I'm trying to push about getting 4 rentals and living below your means and all that stuff. So in the end, I just thought I'd share that with you because I think the thought of making money really tests people's character. Have a great day. Thanks.